Hey everyone, my name is Nolan and welcome back to another Pixel Gun 3D Top 10 video, and today I'm going to bring you guys the top 10 special weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. So, this list is entirely my own opinion, and you guys are welcome to disagree, and if you guys do happen to disagree, which you guys probably will with this list, let me know what your guys' top 10 special weapons are down in the comments. And yeah, I actually let you guys influence my opinion with this one, which, you know, I rarely do. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, we can just get into the video. If you guys want to see more Pixel Gun top 10s, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you guys don't miss a top 10 from me. I do them every Sunday. So, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Let's get into the honorable mention. So I'm only going to do one honorable mention today, but that honorable mention is going to be Shockerizer, and there's nothing really too special about this weapon. Nothing special. Anyways, but it is usually it's a two-shot body shot, which is okay. It's just kind of decent, you know. There's nothing really too special about it. It's just a special that's good for spamming. It does have fixed delay, as you can see. It does have ricochet, which makes it very decent. I'm not gonna say like overpowered, but it's just good, you know. So yeah, it's just good for spamming. Okay, I don't really know what else to say. Okay, so number 10 on this list is going to be Electromagnetic Cannon. I don't care what anyone says. This special weapon is actually pretty decent for 3-cat. Not really in long-range maps like, I don't know, long-range maps, but maps like Chinatown, Pool Party, Silent School. This is a good 3-cat weapon because it has very high damage. It has no delay like Necklace of the Ice King and Poison Darts. So, and has area damage too, and chain damage, which is pretty cool. The only downside of this weapon, I'd say, is the travel time. So you can't use it with like all 3-cat situations, which is why it's pretty low on this list. But other than that, guys, it's really a very underrated special weapon in my opinion, and is pretty good for 3-cat. If you guys happen to have this, highly recommend you guys upgrade it, and mine's at Mythical and it's very good, so upgrade it to Mythical if you want. Next up is going to be Supernova Generator, and this special weapon is very, very good for spamming because, as you can see, it has the gravitational force effect, so enemies get pulled into a single spot, and then you can like just do a lot of damage to them, and it does hit headshot damage. So I think it's usually about a 2-shot headshot, and usually I think even a 2-shot body shot, which is pretty cool. Direct shot, of course. However, guys, this weapon is extremely inconsistent. It has very high bloom, so shots kind of go all over the place, and that does actually cause me to lose a lot of fights. And also, I feel like sometimes the gravitational pull effect just does not work. Like they will be right next to the like black hole Saturn thingy, and then they'll just keep walking normal speed like nothing ever happened. Like that bot in the background didn't get pulled around at all. It just kind of did its own thing. And so I don't really know what's going on here with this weapon, but if it had no bloom and the gravitational force thing for sure did work every single time, it would probably be a lot higher on this list. But yeah. Next up on this list is going to be Starfall, and this weapon can one-shot if you hit a direct shot and then they manage to stay in the Starfall effect long enough. However, I'll be honest, that really does not happen that often. However, it still does 2-shot direct shot all the time, which is pretty cool. And what you guys may notice about the gameplay in the background is I keep forgetting just how fast the fire rate is on this weapon. It actually has a really high fire rate. For some reason, like, shoot it semi-automatically. I don't know why, but it does actually have a really high fire rate, which makes it pretty reliable for getting kills. I'd probably recommend using this more in close-range maps where players' movement is more limited, because you want to try to get them to stay in that Starfall effect much longer. But yeah, other than that, it's just a good special for spamming, of course. Oh, and also, its fixed delay is very, very, very small, meaning that it's actually pretty decent for 3-cat. Because honestly, like, I'm a pretty slow switcher when it comes to 3-cat, so the delay is almost negligible. So I actually kind of recommend you guys try it with 3-cat because it works sometimes, which is weird. Next up on this list is going to be Reflector, and honestly, guys, if you have Nodic, if you have Poison Darts, I wouldn't really recommend this for 3-cat because of the fact that this does have input and output delay. You will have to like rearrange your 3-cat loadout drastically in order to work around this weapon, which is kind of unfortunate. However, if you guys are really good at melee switch, or you play private lobbies with old school movement, holy cow. then this weapon is very, very, very good for 3-cat. And it's also just kind of good for spamming because it has pretty dang high damage. It has ricochet, so it's pretty easy to hit shots in close range maps. So yeah, it's just a pretty good special for spamming. And you guys may be wondering, well, what about Laser Bouncer? Well, the thing about Laser Bouncer is it's literally the same weapon, just with less damage. So for that reason, it's not on this list. Next up on this list, I'm going to go with Slywolf, and this is a very, very useful special weapon to have because, as you guys can see, it blocks all incoming damage from the front shield. Now, the thing about this special weapon is that blocking damage takes ammo, so eventually you will run out of shield unless you can, like, infinitely regenerate ammo, and also you can still take damage like in the feet, like if a rocket hits you below the shield. If you get hit from behind, you will take damage. However, it is still a very, very wide area of effect that can make it very useful for lots of different circumstances. Unfortunately though, can't get it with coupons anymore, but it's still a good special weapon to have. Next up, I'm going to have Ronin, and Stream Beam weapons in general are just insanely overpowered because although you have to charge down, once you release, you can allow the aim assist to lock on while also not having to worry about using the fire button. So it's just very easy to hit enemies, and the damage per second on this weapon is absolutely crazy. It's insanely high. However, the reason why it's kind of decently low on this list is because there's another special Stream Beam weapon with even higher damage per second that we'll get into later. But yeah, Ronin is an insane special for spamming, so if you're looking for a good spamming special weapon thingy, definitely get this one. Next up, I'm going to go with GIFstealer, and if you guys wanted to, I guess you could replace this with Vertical Grip Device. However, this weapon is just better than Vertical Grip Device. It has a farther grapple distance, and that's kind of the main reason you want this weapon is for movement. It is an insane movement weapon, and oh my gosh, does it make people mad. Not only is it super annoying to use in duels, but like in flag capture, it's insanely good for just getting across the map, getting the flag, and getting back and stuff. So yeah, it's a very overpowered movement weapon. Definitely get this or Vertical Grip Device if you guys ever get the chance. Alright, next up I'm going with Poison Darts, and I'm not gonna lie guys, I actually personally prefer Poison Darts over Necklace of the Ice King because if you guys don't know, there is a little bit of a shot delay when shooting this weapon, which allows you guys to realign your shot and actually hit more shots with this weapon. And it also has headshot damage, so it can even one-shot, which is pretty cool, unlike Necklace of the Ice King. So yeah, I personally prefer that. However, because 69% of you guys picked Nodic over this weapon, I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just make you guys happy and put Nodic ahead of this one. So that's what I did. Yay. Okay, anyways, Poison Darts, it has no delay, and it's in the special category, which makes it insanely necessary for 3-cat because special weapons are technically like pivot weapons, if that makes sense, because they're like kind of in the center of the loadout. They're kind of good like for pivot weapons. You cycle to that weapon through your loadout, if that makes sense, because no delay. Yeah, so it's very, very overpowered for 3-cat, and it will definitely make your loadout a lot better. Next up is going to be Fireflies Blessing, and I know the default rarity on this weapon is Legendary. However, upgrading this weapon to Mythical is probably one of the best decisions you can make when upgrading a weapon to Mythical, because its Mythical DPS is over 250, which is insanely high, and it's the highest for all Stream Beam weapons in the game. So yeah, this thing will absolutely melt through people, and it is very, very, very good for spamming, and I actually recommend this weapon the most when spamming the special category, just because it is insanely good. It gets so many kills, and again, with the Stream Beam effect, it's just super overpowered. So yeah, if you guys have this weapon, highly recommend you guys upgrade it to Mythical, and if you guys don't have it, I highly recommend you get it at some point if you ever get the chance to. And finally, in the number 1 spot, I am going to go with Necklace of the Ice King. And this weapon is very, very similar to Poison Darts. It has no delay, making it extremely necessary for 3-cat. You don't have to reload when shooting it, and yada, yada, yada. But the difference between this weapon and Poison Darts is, well, first of all, I'm sorry, I'm blanking on everything right now because I'm super tired. But yeah, it doesn't have the shot delay or manual guidance thingy, so it like shoots right away. And also it has area damage, so if you find you're like always hitting like right to the left or right of a person, that was very bad English, then having area damage might just be a very good compromise for you guys to have. And there was something very important. Oh yeah, so I just want to say, I know I don't get a lot of kills with this weapon in the gameplay in the background. However, like I said earlier, it's like supposed to be kind of a pivot weapon, you know? It's supposed to be like the follow-up or the before shot weapon, if that makes sense. So you should be getting kills with other weapons, in my opinion, kinda, if that makes sense. I don't know. So yeah, I don't get a lot of kills with it, but I still do get kills. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. So guys, that's going to wrap up the video there. If you guys did enjoy, again, make sure to smash the like button and consider subscribing for more Pixel Gun Top 10s. And of course, as always, I'd like to thank you guys all for watching, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video. Peace!